Hello everyone, welcome to Pilates with Kens. Today I'll be guiding you through a 20-minute lower body session. Today I'll be using a mini ball, but if you don't have one, that's okay, you can do the workout without one. You can also use a small pillow instead. Let's start by standing, and we'll do a few quick stretches. Take a nice deep inhale, pull your arms out to the side, overhead, and forward fold, bringing your hips up to the ceiling, contracting your core, dropping your head. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Let's take a nice deep inhale, pull your arms out to the side, up and overhead, forward fold, contract the core, pull your hips up to the ceiling, release the tension in your neck. Roll up one last time. Take a nice inhale, exhale, forward fold, pulling your hips up to the ceiling, release your neck. You can go ahead and pedal your knees, alternating bending one leg and straightening the other to get a deep stretch into your hips. We'll slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, pulling yourself back up to standing. Let's start with our curtsy lunges. We'll start by pulling our right leg back behind our left and lunging down, putting our weight into our left glute. Standing back up, alternating sides, pulling our left leg behind the right, and so on. We're inhaling to pull our leg behind us and exhaling to stand back to center. Inhaling over, exhale to stand. Let's do 3 more on each side. Stay with me, feel the burn. And 2 more on each side. Last one, you can do it. Good work, and take a rest. Shake out those legs. Let's go straight into our side lunges here. So step over to the right side of the mat. Use your left leg to press into the left side of the mat, lunge down, and exhale as you stand. Inhaling over, lunging down, exhaling to stand back up. Let's do 3 more on this leg. Exhale to stand. Beautiful work, keeping our core nice and tight. And 2. Last one. Nice work. Let's step over to the left side of the mat. Good job, and start on our right leg. Inhaling down, exhaling to stand. Let's do 3 more. And 2. Last one here. Nice work, exhale to stand. Awesome work. Let's make our way down onto the mat and grab our mini ball. We'll place the mini ball underneath our right knee and come into a 4-point position. We want our shoulders stacked over our wrists and our hips over our knees. When we do this, we want to keep our hips nice and even. We're going to start with our donkey kicks. So we're bringing our left knee into our chest and kicking our left leg straight back behind us. Again, we want to keep everything nice and even. Our hips are facing towards the mat, shoulders stacked over the wrists. We're exhaling as we pull our left knee into our chest and inhaling back. If you'd like a little bit of an added challenge, you can lift your right toes off of the mat to decrease the stability. We're keeping our movements nice and slow here, and we're feeling this even into our side obliques to help keep our balance. Let's do 5 more. And 4. Final 3. Elongate that leg for 2. Last one here, coming straight into our fire hydrants. So we're bending that left leg, lifting it out to the side and back down. If you can, get your leg parallel with the floor, then great. Otherwise, go up to your threshold and stop there. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Last one here. Nice work, and take a rest. Place that left knee on the mat. We'll switch the side that the ball is under, so putting the ball under our left knee now. Again, shoulders are over our wrists, hips are over our knees. Again, you can lift the left toes off the mat to decrease the stability and keep this a little bit more challenging. Otherwise, place those left toes on the mat and kick the right leg straight back behind you. We're exhaling as we pull the right knee in and inhaling back. Again, trying not to overarch our lower back, keeping everything nice and even and not leaning too far into our left knee. We have 3 more. Elongate that leg behind you, and 2. Last one. Great work, going straight into our fire hydrants. So we're lifting our knee out to the right and back down. Out to the right and down. Again, if you can lift your leg parallel with the floor, then great. Otherwise, go just to your threshold. And we have 3 more. And 2. Last one, and rest. Great work. We'll transition into our next series, placing the mini ball behind our right knee. Again, coming into a 4-point position with our shoulders stacked over our wrists and our hips over our knees. We'll start with our bent leg lifts, lifting our right leg up to the ceiling and then back down. We're keeping our hamstring contracted to try to keep that ball in place as we lower and lift our leg. We have 3 more. Last 2. And 1. We'll come straight into the next exercise, lifting that ball back up, and we're curtsying our right knee behind our left leg. We're curtsying back and lifting that right leg straight back up to the ceiling. Curtsy over and lift. You are leaning slightly into that left leg, but not too far. Keep it up. We have 3 more. And 2. And lift. Last one. Lift a little higher here. Great work. Take a rest. We'll come into our last exercise on this side. We'll lift our right leg back behind us. Using your left hand, you're going to reach overhead, turn, try to grab the ball, and then come into a bird dog. Then you're going to transfer the ball back in behind your knee and reach your left arm overhead. Coming back and forth, trying to keep that balance. Our hips are still facing the ground, and we're contracting our core to keep everything nice and solid. Let's do 3 more transfers here. Nice job. And 2. Beautiful. Reaching overhead, extending your leg behind. Last transfer here, reaching overhead, and rest. Amazing work. Go ahead and press back into child's pose and take a few deep breaths. Go ahead and make your way back up, and we'll repeat all of that on the left side. So we'll place the ball behind our knee, coming into our 4-point position with our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. Pulling that left leg up to the ceiling and back down to the mat, keeping our hamstring nice and contracted to keep the ball in place. Keeping everything nice and slow. We've got 3 more. Final 2. Lifting your leg a little bit higher. Last one. Let's come straight into our curtsies. So we're lifting that leg up to the ceiling, curtsying back behind the right, and then back up to the ceiling. Again, we are leaning into our right leg, just not too far. Inhaling up, exhale as we curtsy. Again, trying not to overarch our lower back as we lift that ball up to the ceiling. Final 3. Stay with me here. And 2. Last one. Nice job. Take a moment here to rest. We'll come straight into the next exercise. So we're lifting our left leg up to the ceiling. Our right arm goes overhead. We're pulling our right arm back behind to grab the ball. Coming into our bird dog, extending the left leg and right arm overhead, transferring the ball back to the left knee, and extending the arm overhead again. Doing that transfer back and forth, keeping everything nice and contracted to keep your balance steady. We'll do 3 more transfers. Extending overhead, reaching back, inhaling out, and 2. Lifting a little bit higher. And last one, transferring here, coming into that bird dog. Awesome work, and take a rest. Go ahead and sit back into child's pose and take a few deep breaths here, in and out. Let's make our way all the way onto our stomachs here with the ball overhead. We'll place our arms on the ball, extending our arms out in front, tucking our chin under and placing our forehead on the mat. Our legs are extended out towards the edges of the mat. We're pressing into the ball, lifting our head and shoulders, coming into a swan position. We're exhaling as we press into the ball, lifting our head, neck, and shoulders, and inhaling back down. Keeping your glutes nice and contracted, using your lower back and your chest to lift. Our legs are strong the entire time. Again, inhaling down, exhaling up. Last 3. Release at the bottom. Contract as you come up for 2. Nice work. Last one here. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Go ahead and make your way up so we can change positions and get into position for our final series. We'll make our way onto our backs, slowly lowering down 1 vertebrae at a time. And we'll place the ball in between our knees. Let's pull our heels in towards our glutes a little bit more. and place our feet on the mat. Find a neutral spine position so we're not overarching our back or pressing too far into the mat. We're pressing our knees slowly into the ball and slowly releasing. If you don't have a ball, we're slowly pulling our knees in and slowly pulling our knees apart. You can contract as you pull your knees in and release as you pull your knees apart. We've got 3 more slow pulses and release. Exhale 2. Last one here. And we'll pulse quickly for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. We'll keep the ball in between our knees and we'll come right into our bridging series. So we'll tuck our pelvis, pull our hips up to the ceiling, lift up onto our shoulders, contract, and slowly release one vertebra at a time back down to the mat, releasing the pelvis at the bottom. Again, tucking your pelvis, lifting up, squeezing at the top, slowly lowering down and releasing. All the while, we're pulling our knees into the ball to try to keep that ball in place. Beautiful job. Exhale as you tuck, lift, squeeze. Inhale to roll back down. And last 3. Inhaling down. And 2. Slowly releasing. Last one. Tuck, lift, squeeze, and slowly release. Great work. That was a little bit of a difficult series. You did awesome. Let's take the ball and place it underneath our right foot. The positioning here is a little bit tricky, so if you need to adjust as the exercise moves forward, then that's okay. Pull your left knee in towards your glute a little bit more. We're lifting and squeezing at the top, and we're extending that right leg out in front of us. Rolling our leg on the ball and pulling that leg back in. While we do this, we want to focus on keeping our hips nice and even and trying not to rock back and forth. Our hips are facing up to the ceiling, even as we extend that leg out in front and pull the leg back. We're lifting a little bit higher in that right glute. Good work. Inhaling out, exhaling as you pull in. Let's do 3 more here. If you don't have a ball, that's okay. You can slide your heel out and pull it back in. Last one. Inhaling out, exhaling as you pull. Slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. Beautiful job. And let's switch sides. So that right heel is in towards our right glute, lifting up on both feet, keeping the hips even, extending the left leg out, and pulling the left leg back in. Nice work here. Keeping our hips nice and even. Exhale to pull. Lifting a little bit higher. Beautiful job. Final 3 here. And 2. Last one. Slowly roll down one vertebra at a time. Yes, you did it. Let's pull our knees in towards our chest. We'll rock side to side and loosen that lower back. Let's slowly make our way up. Extend our legs out in front of us, and we're going to do a little forward fold to stretch out our hamstrings. Exhale as you fold. You can release your neck. Rock side to side. Take a deep breath in and release. We'll slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Turn to face. We'll roll our shoulders back a few times. We'll pull our arms out to the side, connect our palms overhead, and pull them down in front of our hearts. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining along. I hope you enjoyed this just as much as I did. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.